On Thursday, January 2nd, 2020, Brian Fitzpatrick for Congress launched an attack ad against me to criticize me for, among other things, my enjoyment of hiking and fishing. Clearly, these are the substantive matters that Republicans in PA District 1 deeply care about. Here is the attack ad itself. I'm glad they used such a nice picture of me. Never fear. Andrew Meehan is here.
In the first month of my campaign, 2 weeks of which were spent in the Republic of Ireland, fishing and hiking. Not write checks to these committees. I don't write checks to them.
Kevin McCarthy, the House Minority Leader, was in Bucks County 2 weeks ago stumping and raising money for Congressman Fitzpatrick, and as recently as 2 days ago has come out blackballing me, basically.
And while my campaign is working hard to raise money here in PA District 1, I'm grateful to Congressman Fitzpatrick for spending some of the $1 million he's raised from DC special interests to produce this ad and boost my name recognition. However, there are some errors in this ad that I must correct. Brian Fitzpatrick, not Andy Meehan, is Nancy Pelosi's favorite Republican. According to the liberal group Americans for Democratic Action, Fitzpatrick votes with Nancy Pelosi more than any other Republican in Congress. Here is the data, the chart that backs up that assertion. Brian Fitzpatrick accuses me of attacking Republicans when he has voted to condemn our Republican president, Donald Trump, again and again. Fitzpatrick refused to vote for Donald Trump in 2016. Here is Brian Fitzpatrick's Twitter post during the 2016 campaign. Here is the Bucks County Courier-Times story about Brian Fitzpatrick's condemnation of candidate Trump. On October 8, 2016, Brian Fitzpatrick said, and I quote, "Donald Trump's comments and actions are offensive and disgusting. I have refused to endorse either candidate, and I cannot vote for either candidate." Brian Fitzpatrick accuses me of attacking Republicans. Fitzpatrick refused to commit to supporting Donald Trump in 2020 in a recent NBC 10 news interview. Here is the video of Congressman Fitzpatrick on NBC 10 refusing to commit to supporting Donald Trump in 2020.
Fitzpatrick calls what he heard in the last 2 weeks more troubling allegations.
Does this give you any pause on whether or not President Trump deserves a second term?
Isn't that up to the people? That's their decision. That's what our democracy is about. I think we give people all the facts and we let them make a decision. That's why.
Does he have your support?
He didn't in 2016, and I'll keep an open mind all the way up to the election this year.
Are you still deciding at this point?
Well, aren't you? I mean, isn't everybody?
Congressman Fitzpatrick did not vote for President Trump in 2016. Now,
Brian Fitzpatrick accuses me of attacking Republicans, and yet on July 16th, 2019, Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick voted with Democrats Nancy Pelosi, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to label President Trump a racist. Brian Fitzpatrick accuses me of hurting the PA District 1 Republican Party in 2019. But on Election Day, Andy Meehan was working the polls all day on behalf of Republican candidates right here in Bucks County. Here's a picture of me with Barry Moore and Grace Dion at the Holland polls on November 5th, 2019, while Brian Fitzpatrick was posing for photo ops at unrelated events. This was posted on Tuesday, November 5th at 1:04 p.m. on Election Day. I have to wonder why Congressman Fitzpatrick wasn't posting about getting out the vote on Election Day, and why he has never chosen to post any social media or statement about the worst Republican election losses in PA District 1 in the last 30 years. Under the leadership of Brian Fitzpatrick, the Republican Party in Bucks County and PA District 1 has suffered the worst election losses in 30 years, while Brian Fitzpatrick has remained silent. Here is the Bucks County Courier-Times article after Democrats took control of Bucks County government on November 5th. Brian Fitzpatrick is scared of my grassroots conservative campaign because I'm speaking the truth about his support for taking away gun rights, for open borders and amnesty, for letting biological men invade women-only spaces and sports, and for raising taxes. Brian Fitzpatrick accuses me of being a disloyal Republican, but the only reason I'm in this race is because of Brian Fitzpatrick's disloyalty to Republican values, voters, and our president. Visit mehan2020.com/Fitzwatch for details. Fitzpatrick launched this attack on the same day he refused an invitation from the Lower Makefield Yardley Republican Committee because I was also invited. Here's a picture of me at the Lower Makefield Committee meeting that night when Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick was once again absent. Brian, it's time to stop hiding behind your campaign staff and attack ads and have a real debate. You can contact me directly at mehan2020.com. No fake town halls, no unanswered voicemails. I speak directly with voters in PA District 1. I'm Andy Mehan, your next Republican congressman from PA District 1, and I approve this message. Hi, this is Andy Mehan. And in case you haven't heard, I am doing something extremely difficult, but absolutely necessary. I'm a conservative challenging Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick in the Republican primary. On the issues, the congressman and I are worlds apart. Fitzpatrick voted in favor of amnesty for illegal aliens and against securing the border, while I'll oppose any amnesty and make sure the wall is funded. He supports gun bans and unconstitutional red flag laws, while I stand with our gun owners, our Second Amendment rights, and our right to due process. He voted to give a legal right to biological men to access women-only spaces and to compete against them for college athletic scholarships. I believe that women deserve women-only safe spaces in our society and fair competition in sports. He's voted for carbon taxes and the Paris Climate Accords, while I've put in writing my pledge of no new taxes. And Fitzpatrick has consistently supported endless wars in the Middle East. I'll vote to bring our troops home. Some establishment leaders in the Republican Party believe that you are obligated to endorse Congressman Fitzpatrick out of party loyalty. However, he isn't worthy of that loyalty as he has not demonstrated it himself. He voted against President Trump in 2016. He has not committed to supporting the president in 2020, and he voted with Nancy Pelosi to label the president a racist just this past July. He does not stand up for the president or our Republican values. I, on the other hand, as the nominee, will do both. But I need your help. Please go to mehan2020.com/contribute to help me raise the money to win this race. And please also hit the share button to share it with your friends and family so they can see how important this is and they can support me too. This is Andy Mehan, and I approve this message.